Hello and welcome. We are going to talk today about diversity plan and the impact that it's had on the business, the diversity plan that I have presented and we've instilled here at this company. And we're going to also discuss the impact that it has had on business. So first, the importance of diversity. Gender diversity has been proven to increase the company's revenue and outperform other single gender business units. Supervisors encourage what diversity can bring, resulting in a variety of skills, ideas, and innovation. So the supervisor should work towards keeping a balance and allowing a blanket policy of certain percentages per business unit of each diversity group, such as gender, any of the protected classes, so gender, race, different cultures, religions, and having that blanket policy of needing to have a certain percentage per business unit is unlikely to bring the same results. So there is a larger talent pool to select candidates from when encouraging a diverse workforce, resulting in the more qualified candidates being hired. This will have better customer service, resulting in larger revenues overall. And when we ensure diversity, will have a greater impact on the business and create better growth for the company overall. Diverse workforces have been shown to have employees feel more valued, engaged, motivated, and even productive. So the diversity plan in place. So the diversity plan, this plan needs to be the multi-level management. It has to ensure that factors are all aligned. There are multiple phases being implemented, ensuring success of successful results of this plan. So first phase, that is, the practices need to be monitored to ensure that they are protected and treated fairly. Next, the representation and experiences, like the development and the promotions, they need to be compared, especially between different diversity classes. To finish the first phase, management needs to monitor the career progress of the workforce, as well as ensuring the environment provided promotes the well-being of employees. And the second phase needs to be completed, starting with management creating a new vision for the organization, which will embrace gender diversity and utilizing it as an advantage. Utilizing the means to allocate the human capital and implement any policies and practices that are created. Next, the management needs to create or has created a diversity committee, which they all have human resource backgrounds. That part is required for the committee. Management appoints the members to the committee, and they help outline the strategies, the policies, the practices which they're working towards for managing diversity, but they're also responsible for ensuring the diversity is throughout the company, that there is a diverse workforce. Next, implement, communicate, monitor, and evaluate the work to be done to be more diverse. So before in the first phase, when I spoke about managing the needs to monitor career progress and ensuring the environment promotes the well-being, this means we're ensuring that there is training programs and that nobody's really being left out of them, that we are inclusive to all for essentially succession planning, ensuring that that diverse workforce that we have that is great, they're being promoted, and we are working with who we have internally to promote them to the next step, including having training programs, specialties, having them have mentors and shadowing to ensure that our management, as they develop, maintains that strong connection to the culture and the values that our company has. So culture and inclusion. So first, utilizing the strengths and abilities to create a career plan Career planning is essential and helps with internal promotions, like I just suggested. So the development of talent and career planning boosts morale within the company, as well as help establish the diversity within all levels of the organization. Career planning and succession planning will also benefit the company with long-term financial performance. Upper management needs to ensure that the vision and the mission statement are clear. This will benefit employees to have the clear understanding of what they are doing to help the organization reach their goals. Developing and maintaining a diverse leadership is critical. Talent management is a strategy now which ensures the makeup of the workforce is engaged and developed and understanding that where they need to go next in their career. So as well as ensuring the professional, they grow professionally, we need to develop them into leadership positions. So developing and becoming leaders helps create a more diverse and financially successful workforce. How diverse groups work together. So having the diverse cultures will have people with the different backgrounds, different races and genders and ethnicities and everything. They come together and they have different backgrounds. They were raised differently. They have different education. And when you pull them all together to come to a single focus, they have better brainstorming sessions. They come up with better solutions. They're more innovative because they're able to bounce those ideas off of each other and really come up with something unique. They have outside the box thinkings, and everybody having the different viewpoints really can help promote something that is stronger that none of them could have come up with individually. They have the different experiences, both personally and professionally, which helps to promote and come up with ideas that are successful and solutions that will help promote the company and the success. Having the different backgrounds for professional wise, they know what works and what doesn't, and they've all had different experiences of what does work, and they can come together to help ensure that they're going to have a successful outcome here. Again, they have different trainings, they've done different educations, they have different thought processes. The way they come to their own ideas is different. Having that all bounce together will definitely make sure that our diverse work groups, they're working together and they're able to come up with something brilliant. So Hofstede in a global workforce. So first, Hofstede. Gert Hofstede, he was a Dutch social psychologist. He was best known for determining the cultural dimensions theory, which we'll talk about here in just a second. He developed how a society's culture impacts the values of its members and how these values relate to their behavior. So here you see in the bold the different dimensions. So first, power distance. Power distance is the employee's comfort level with the power inequality. Power distance is essential. It means that the cultures are respected in the aspect of power distance. Power influence is not something that you can change someone's mind over. So are they more comfortable with power being evenly distributed or having multi-level authoritative structures? Next, collectivism and individualism. This is the personal needs or the needs of all being prioritized. So individualism versus collectivism includes the continued support like in the U.S. individualism culture we can learn from collectivist cultures about how it can benefit each aspect. So the U.S. is an individualist culture. U.S. employees tend to think about their personal needs, having brilliant ideas, having great presentations, having career success, and having prestige. Where in a collectivist country, they're worried about, is the business growing? Is the business succeeding? Is the business doing what it can do? And working collectively together to ensure that they push together to be the best that they all can be as a team. So really, we can work together with collectivist branches and learn from each other, where it's okay to be an individualist as long as we're working as a collectivist. So really promoting both sides would be a great blend here, and understanding that our employees, they come from everywhere. So there are employees who work under that collectivist thought process. Femininity and masculinity, it's the amount of rules within the society for each gender, really coming up with gender norms. Uncertainty avoidance is the amount of comfort with change. This is something that definitely needs to be worked through with the employees through management, ensuring that as changes are taking place to ensure that there's more diversity in the workforce, that we are working with our employees and helping them understand why is this important, why are we doing this, and what does this mean for them. Having their comfort in all this change, ensuring that they're comfortable, is going to really help us maintain and retain those employees. Long-term versus short-term, this is how much planning and how far into the future do cultures plan. So do they think far ahead, or are they more short-term thinking? So in the United States, we like to think about like 1-year plans, 2-year plans, 5-year plans, where in long-term countries, they will think much further than that. They see the big picture as multiple years down the road. They want to see large goals, not the baby steps to get there, but they want to see the large goals. Where in the U.S., we tend to think of the short-term goals. What are the baby steps to get to this, medium-sized goal, not the whole overhaul altogether. And then finally, indulgence versus restraint. These are companies more concerned with fun or structured rules. So indulgence, of course, we're going to be a little more indulgent with our budget. So we're going to allow money for parties and retirements, and have like that cushion fund for things. Having that bonus pay, that's part of indulgence. Whereas restraint dimension, that is more, they can plan down to a T, and there's no wiggle room with what they're doing. Both have their effects, their pros and cons. However, having a little bit of indulgence with more restraint will help the company at first. Having that indulgence means that you have that kind of fund off to the side to be able to say, a whole piece of machinery is down and we need to pay for it now, and just doing it. So, which can definitely be beneficial overall. Best practices for managing diversity. When you're managing diversity, we need to have better decision making. So ensuring that managers are really thinking through their decisions and who they're hiring, why they're hiring them, if they really do need another person to come to the team, how they're structuring their groups within the team, having better organizational culture and more innovation. So managers, the culture starts with you. Ensuring that the culture is what meets the company's expectations and the organizational expectations. It flows down. So if the managers aren't living it, then the employees will definitely not live it either. More innovation, managers need to dive in as well and ensure that they are part of the solutions and they are promoting their teams to really dive deep and think about different options. Improved recruitment and retention. When you're retaining your employees, we're saving money. When you're recruiting employees, we can definitely get the best employees right off the bat and be able to maintain a solid workforce here. Reaching out to your own teams and teams that you work closely with, and finding, do they know people who are A, looking for a job, and B, would really benefit and work well with our company, with our teams. Recruiting through people who know others, that's how we're going to get the stronger workforce, because those people are coming on with the mindset of, this is a great place to work. My friend wanted me to come here and work here. This is a great place to work. They have great benefits. They have a great work culture. They want to be here. We're going to have them here longer. This is going to improve the image with minority groups. Management hiring a diverse culture, a diverse workforce, will ensure that the image with internal customers will improve, but also the external customers will see this also. The diverse workforce will be portrayed as something positive, getting more customers and getting more employees to apply and get better employees again. Effective management is needed, so we need to retain employees. We need to have productive employees. We need to increase productivity and efficiencies. Why does this work? Why does this all work? It's because we're looking at the building blocks and not overcomplicating the process. So keeping the process simple ensures that this is able to last. So concluding, it's diversity builds the organization. Having the unique perspectives from everybody, this helps with the different backgrounds. It builds us up and makes us stronger. And things can go wrong, and there's ways to overcome them, but communication is the driving force to help with those problems. And effective management, again, retention, productivity, and efficiency, that is what we need to have the continued change. Having this constant change within our organization is going to help improve our image, improve our productivity, improve our financial well-being of the organization, and improve our image to our customers. Final thoughts, cross-cultural misunderstandings, those are definitely something that is relevant when you're having the diverse workforce. Not being able to understand each other through communication barriers, through a lot of times when you're having a diverse workforce, people may be bilingual, or they may understand things, and they may both speak English as a primary language, but they're not understanding your nuances. So really understanding that what you're saying is clear and concise as management, because that's how you're going to build more trust, because your employees can understand exactly, specifically what you mean, and what you say, the words you use are what is important. You need to think before you speak and listen before you think, because it's a cycle. You can't speak until you think about exactly how you're going to say things, so that they're not coming across as vague, as offensive, as something that is maybe portrayed as a different way. So you need to think about your words before you say them, and then you say them, and when they're responding to you, you need to listen to what they're saying, think about what you need to say, and then speak and reply. Because if you don't think between, you have already planned what you're going to say, you may have an incorrect response. Again, think about what you're going to say and then use your words. You need to know your audience. Having a diverse culture means that you are going to work with a wide variety of people. So you need to understand who is the individual I'm speaking to right now, and what is the best way to communicate with them. Because if you communicate with everybody the same way, you're going to lose the trust. You're going to have people who are going to, there's going to be friction between you and some of your employees. So really knowing who the individual is and speaking to them on their personal level. Using feedback tools, having reviews, having improvement plans, having development plans, ensuring that you're using these feedback tools and coaching in the moment so that your team can become successful. And again, the delivery feedback, using your words clearly, concisely, and specifically. Don't use vague language when you're speaking with your employees, because this is going to cause a lot of confusion. So this was my plan that I had put in place that we have been using. So if there's any questions about this plan that we've put through, if there's anything I've missed, please let me know. But thank you for listening.